when the first plane hit the World Trade Center on 9/11 at about 8:45 in the morning. I was working out of my company's New York offices at 34th and Lexington. We could see the World Trade Centers out a number of the windows on the left side of the building, but we were fairly far away, so never in danger. All of a sudden, people began to huddle near the windows, saying that they could see the smoke coming out of one of the buildings at World Trade. Following that, radios started making noise all over the office with all sorts of reports, some true, some false. Pentagon was on fire, White House was on fire, all sorts of things. There was a lot of distress in the office, and then we all saw the second plane hit the second tower. As we stood there gazing at the smoke billowing out of the towers, we were ordered to exit the building. As we walked down the stairs, and quite a few of them, to the lobby, we saw on the monitors in the lobby the first building collapse. As we exited on to Lexington, police were ordering us to go north, which made a lot of sense because there was smoke billowing out of the left side and clear sky on the right side. So we started walking up Lexington Avenue. One of the things that struck me as quite humorous walking up as jet planes flew overhead was a fellow dressed in his suit, talking on his phone, telling his broker to move about a third of his portfolio over to security stocks. Tragedy never ruffles New York. I made my way up to Lexington and then over to Park and then to St. Bart's and sat in the church for about an hour trying to figure out all that was going on. And then went back to my hotel. I was staying at the Regency at 62nd and Park, so not very far from St. Bart's. The next day I went over to Rockefeller Center and went up to the Rainbow Room at the top of Rockefeller, and it was open. The staff was there, but no customers, so I ordered a nice corner table and a bottle of good Italian wine and spent about 4 or 5 hours staring out at the smoke rising from the end of Manhattan, and spent that time thinking about what had brought us to this state of affairs. I mean, it wasn't anger at the attackers, it was more questioning of what we had done to warrant this kind of hatred. And then I moved to my own life and started chatting with God about what God wanted me to do to perhaps make some effort at changing a very difficult world. I had thought over time, ever since high school, about the priesthood, and I said, God, if you want me to go to the priesthood, maybe you could have thought of something a little less dramatic than what was going on in New York. But I do suggest from 9/11, all that can be drawn is that we should always sit back and look into our own hearts and motivation and thoughts as to why something has happened, not just anger over that something has happened. And then ask our Lord what each of us can do to make this world a better place. God bless you.